Welcome to another episode of the APL Spotlight series. Incredible guests the world over with amazing experiences, life journeys, and skills, oftentimes healing skills or intuitive skills that they're here to help share with others, give service to others, and so on. We've had an incredible run for a couple of years now, probably 300 episodes recorded amongst the various series Mind, Body, Spirit panels. This series that's reserved for guests who will either be or have been on the main show, the APL show. That's Angels, Positivity, and Love. And love is basically what we're sharing here. We try to do a good vibes for the very few guests, a handful, less than a dozen, that come on and don't actually do anything with the universe. That's okay. We want everyone to feel comfortable and to take their steps when they feel comfortable they can be in their heart. And that's the final reminder here, is that you as the audience can actually catch the scent of sage or take steps with angels or just tap what you've already got. You might only view your intuitiveness as the art project, or when you're a musician singing, or just that time when you were a kid. But if you're a good business person, athlete on the field, anytime you're in your heart and one with the football, one with the business deal, really one with anything, one with the pooch, taking for a walk and enjoying nature, I'd argue that's when you're using your heart. And it's the same skill set or active letting go across all quadrants that allows you to connect to all there is and get answers, hugs, healing, and more. We'll play around today. We have two amazing guests. Both are from Hawaii, although both have ties to Japan. It's a long story. Both are either future guests or past guests. And let me go ahead and begin the introductions. Chika Yamada and Jacob Nelson. We have two energy workers here. Jacob was in Tokyo originally, moved to Hawaii, and now he's in Seattle, and they're taping from Seattle. Chika Yamada is in Hawaii visiting Seattle, and they've graciously agreed to come on and play a little extra at the front end of the show. And we'll talk big picture, try to solve man's eternal questions, and who knows where else this conversation is going to go. So, Chika and Jacob, great to see you. Great to meet you, Chika. And I've heard about you. We had a plan to have coffee together. So we're jumping ahead here, and this is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Well, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and light some sage for folks. This is something we usually do at the end or in the middle of the show. I'm going to light sage if anybody wants to catch the scent of sage. And you can look at the comments across many shows or on the website, and you'll see people saying, I smelled sage, or flowers, or ocean. Why settle for the scent of sage when you can have the universe deliver a lot more in the moment? What are you willing to let go of to just be in your heart? There's nothing to be afraid of here. And why not? Why settle for just amazing sage when you can have flowers, ocean, and more? So here's the sage. We did this just before the show. If you could each say, got it when you got it. No triota, always try Archangel Gabriel. And then ask for flowers, though. Make this a triple tiered tiramisu. Sage, flowers, and ocean. That may be a lot for folks at home, but just settle for the sage if you could.
Okay, I got it.
Jacob, awesome. Chika, are you getting the sage yet?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then flowers. Let a flower come in. It could be from childhood. It could be from Hawaii. It could be very special from a relative, or let angels just pick something that's down the road on a trip. Jacob, what are you getting?
Spring flowers, sort of like chrysanthemums.
I didn't do it. Blame angels. Don't blame Canada. Okay, Chika.
Lavender.
Yay. And if last smell, it could be ocean if you're already missing Hawaii, or it could be temple incense. India, Laos, Cambodia, could be from a Japanese temple, Shinto shrine, or somewhere in Hawaii that burns incense. Catch an incense in the air. It never has to be one way or linear. And so we do so much structure, thinking, and knowing, the type of knowing that precludes possibility, that in fact is a limiting factor for all of us. Welcome to mankind. Welcome to being human, and welcome to what we're all going back to after the show, a little bit of thinking. Okay, Chika, Jacob, are you getting anything else? Ocean, incense, something exotic?
Getting tree bark.
That works.
Yeah.
Chika,
I thought I was getting pine, but I got curry.
yay. I love it. And I'm going to put up one angel named Joy right off the bat. She's going to give you a topic. If you could just say the word or phrase or the topic out loud. Here's joy, and you should get a little flash of something, and that'll set us off conversationally in a certain direction. Jacob, what are you getting from joy?
I'm getting love, especially soul love, not
Mhm.
not a physical thing, more of a very deep spiritual love concept.
Well, I like that. Chico, what are you getting? Sort of the same thing, but a little bit of a offshoot.
Just love, love in general, big, big love. It's all about love. That's all
Chica,
I
why
see.
don't you take it from there? Tell us a little bit about love and how it's really shaped things for you over the years.
I don't think I knew what truly a love truly was until you go through experiences. And I think I've rediscovered myself and found love through hardships. I was just living everyday life, ordinary life, go to work, raise a family, do things. Things happen in life, and at the beginning, I was like, why is this happening to me? But by going through it, I really had to face my feelings. I had to really rediscover myself and the meaning of love. And love comes in different forms, very subtle forms, people's kindness. Um, and I think they really, really taught me in the past few years what the true meaning of love is and how that attracted true love.
True poetry.
Yeah.
Jacob, I don't know if you're going to top this, but take us where you will on love and what you got.
Oh, well, the never-ending eternal depths of love, right? That's what we're all on. We're all these eternal beings forever trying to understand ourselves through infinite perspectives and lenses, right? Your lens, my lens, these shells are these fractal lenses of that we all have, that simultaneously are separate yet are not, which is a paradox that we experience here, but there's no paradoxes up there, right? For all possibilities exist at the same time, so no paradoxes can exist. However, it is a paradox to know that you can see infinite perspectives separately and not at the same time, and that concept is, or that function is what allows is the function, the drilling function that drills to the eternal depths of love and the infinite waters. It keeps going down, down, and down, using that function of separating and being separate and yet not, right? Separation through fear to go to places that are unknown, which can be scary, but that is where you find out what you are, the eternal, and to understand that you are eternal and you are love. When you resurface, may take some time, right? It takes time to go back to the light. You can't go there in a split second. When you pass on, you might be lost in the astral for a little bit. Or you may wake up and realize, oh yeah, I've been here before. I've been, in the waiting room before I am greeted or before I figure out that I need to go back to the light. Depending on what trauma you have, it may take a long time. But, we're always on that quest to understand love and bring that wisdom back up to the surface. That, I see it, heaven as, like if understanding love is diving deep into this ocean and going deeper and deeper and deeper into those dark depths where no sunlight can touch, the very, very bottom.
Ultra deep.
Exactly, ultra deep blue. Yeah. And when you're going down there, there's no light. There's very little light. It takes a long time for light to reach you, right? And that's why it takes a long time to manifest things throughout these depths. But when you bring it back, you reach the surface and everybody's waiting for you on the shore, right? Above the surface. And that's where you see things as all connected because you are now seeing the ocean as the ocean and not some particular investigation point within the ocean that you're looking at. So yeah, love it's a beautiful creative thing as well as it's both technical and creative at the same time, right? You have this creative feminine divine feminine energy and you have this divine masculine sort of focal point, right? It's like the eternal mother, the womb, this one point is the divine feminine sort of energy. But this divine masculine is saying, let me investigate a particular thing. Let me focus on one particular thing. So it's like this big network and all the different nodes are masculine, but the network itself is feminine. And that hybridization of love is just a beautiful thing. And I think we've both been feeling that, us coming together was literally, it's every day that we're together, it's just unraveling something that's beyond us. We're getting confirmations from many different mediums and things and people. It's just like it's undeniable that what's happening. And I think that's what's opening our hearts up in our healing process and understanding what love really is.
What's Joy have to say for a simple reminder for us all how to walk a smoother path daily? First, Jacob.
Is to don't make the walk a task. Just walk.
And Chika.
Love is all around us. You don't have to, it's simple. It's around you. You just gotta pay attention.
I like it. And that reminds me of Big Mary. I know if you're from Ireland, you've got to have it a certain way with this drawing or painting. I'm going to put it up just as a reminder for folks. But she said, love is everywhere, a constant open your eyes to find love. I'm going to do a modern photo if that's okay. And we know photos can't move or smile more or shift, but you might as well let her do it. So this is Big Mary, and she'll just have a couple of extra insights on this. If you could allow for glitter, like at a cosmetics counter at Macy's or a department store, and a fan caught that glitter at an art class for third graders and shot glitter all over the air, rainbow glitter. You won't have to vacuum later. People at home can do it. If you need to set your intent, just say, angels, get me out of my head into my heart. Help me see some glitter. Let Mary do her job. Let the glitter be compassion. But can you get something from Mary to add in about love? Love, 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 as Ben Stiller would say in Heartbreak Kid. And Jacob, are you seeing the eyes sparkle more and the smile turn into a real smile?
Oh yeah. I mean, as soon as you said glitter, I was already getting these sort of metaphors about that glitter were like it was like start and then when you mentioned her, it was starting to kind of connect on the meaning behind what I was seeing. Yeah, and it's like things things were glittering, right? And it was like almost like a hologram. And it's like the meaning of this, because I am a very technical person, so I usually see things technically first, and I see the functions of it. And she usually says like, she gets me out of my technical mind and says it gets me into my heart and grounded. She grounds me. She's my grounder. And so what I saw that the meaning afterwards, and that glitter was like if this here, my book here, if this was like a hologram, it was like this could be stationary, right? It could never move. But if there are people on all edges of this, their angle would see a different color within that hologram, but nothing moved. It's just the perspective that you were standing around the hologram, you saw a different hologram or a different shade or a different perspective of it, and nothing was moving. And it was like she was showing me how love it's like it's eternally it's like a static eternal thing. It's like I used to think that maybe love it's evolving. It is evolving, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's moving and changing. It's eternal, and it's just you are trying to figure out how to understand the perspectives of it rather than trying to change it, because it's not changing. It's always been eternally the same, which is the deepest eternal love you can imagine. But it's not changing. You are changing your understanding of how you see it, but it's not changing.
Chika, we're coming to you for 1 second, but you reminded me of something. I went on a trail run maybe 10 years ago in Austin at our first Austin home, and I was so tired I went to bed. I have an orange cat at the time named Macy, and she falls asleep on my chest. And just before I went under, she's never in 12 years slept on my chest the whole time. And I'm kind of like, hey, universe, can she be there when I wake up? And she was. And it was incredible. But then I look up and I see a ball of light, like only 3 feet away. It's my guardian angel showing up for the first time. I didn't know it at the time, but I saw more she's light waves of energy and water. I saw the way a swirl works or a hurricane works or the way water drains. I saw wave action this way. I saw water in different motions, but all at the same time. the way you were sort of describing it. So it was completely nonlinear, not possible, impossible for the human brain structure side to grasp. And so, I mean, I just took it in. And then I watched my ego come in and say, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? And finally, my feet are off the bed. The cat was gone. And I'm running into my kitchen to do my usual reaction, which is, what did I just see? What did I just see for a full 5 to 10 minutes? Because I didn't know how to handle anything back then. Okay, Chika, talk to us about what you just, not from that angel, from Mary. What'd you get from Mary?
Yep. Just love is soft and kind, and just it covers us all. Her eyes are very, very gentle. I could see it softening and just feeling the love. Just a reminder, honestly, you don't have to be so-called special. You just need to be open to receiving it. It's there for you. Yeah.
Beautiful. If you want to close your eyes and have her bring you a visual, it could be a vision, it could be just a flashback to that stranger that you thought was just a regular stranger or a kindness moment. You might get something completely different, a nature moment. And then let me know what each of you get. Chika first, if that's okay. And I'm going to tell a dad joke because people at home, if you're laughing, you're letting go and you kind of get a clean slate to sort of just open up all over again. So why did the rabbit fall down that well? He didn't see that well. And if you're laughing, you're doing it right. You know, you can't be thinking and grasping and resisting and knowing something. If you're in the middle of laughing, it's like dancing, singing, breathing, real breaths. Taking a shower. You can't be upset, Wayne Dyer. Can't be upset while you're taking a nice hot shower. Okay, Chika, what'd you get? What'd you tap into?
I don't know why. I just feel like there is someone who is lonely standing. It's almost like they can't receive love. They're still refusing love. Just a reminder, it's like you don't have to try hard. That was the message. Keep on reminding others. That's all I do.
It would be like noticing that flower when you're getting out of the car. Good luck with that. We all slam the door and rush off to the next door of the store or to get to the park, but we don't look down or look up. Okay, Jacob, what'd you get?
Yeah, the first thing that came to mind was so I've been giving back to the community and homeless my whole life, and whenever I see somebody, I always try to help them out, and sometimes in extreme ways. I'll take them out for the entire day and change their life if I can. And I was in Hawaii and I was walking to a coffee shop I usually go to for an espresso, and for some reason, out of all the people I helped out, he popped in, and this was like about 5 months ago, or no, sorry, about 4 months ago, 3, 4 months ago, maybe less than maybe 2, 3 months. But I was walking by him, and he had this huge sense of sadness, and I remember I sat beside him, and I wasn't even giving money or anything. I was just walking, and I noticed him, and he noticed me noticing him, and he looked like he was at the end of his ropes. He had nothing. Like he was like in a sense like just praying in a sense. I could feel his energy, and when I felt that, and I stopped, and I go, I need to sit next to him. I just felt like I need this. He needs it as well. And I turned to him. I said, "Were you waiting for an angel? Are you waiting for your prayers to be answered?" Because he was in that praying mode, and he goes, "Are you that angel I'm praying for right now?" I said, "I don't know, but let me sit with you."
Hmm.
And we just sat and we talked, and I could just feel him being healed by just being together. And people were walking past us, and no longer was it, a feeling that he was outside the community or outside civilization. He was now back in. We were together, we were sharing, whatever it was, and people saw him differently. And he saw himself differently. And he also teaches me as well, right? We're teaching each other. And so it was that sense of love, whereas there's like this, where the sacrifices we give are not sacrifices the way, the ego sees it. The soul sacrifice is so different. The ego sees the sacrifice as, oh, I don't get what I want. I have to give this up to get something else. And it's like, what an unfair trade this is. But the soul just sees it as like, it's completely fair, always fair, because we're both gaining something. It's just the ego thinks it needs something else. That, oh, I give up my material things or this, and I get something that's immaterial back. Whereas the soul's like, it's all immaterial. What are you talking about? The trade is all immaterial. You think this is material, So it's like this exchange of love, and stop trying to judge this a trade that you're giving the world and people around you through sacrifices and love, because it's all the same. Just it looks like one may have more value because the realm you're in is a commonly used way of exchanging things, but it's all the same form of love, the same love, it's just in a different visual form.
I love it. I'm going to put Charlotte up for extra commentary. What's Charlotte have to say in a sentence or two about what you just said, Jacob? She's an angel who's everybody's favorite teacher from third form, third grade, with words meant to help you expand.
I always get the imagery first before I get the meaning. And I was in the ocean, and I was like just floating under the water, and I was allowing myself to. It was like allowing myself to drown in love, to surrender, and it can be very scary to open yourself up in your heart to the point to where you're now extremely vulnerable. And it was like drowning in love is like giving your very last breath and saying, this is gonna be scary, this is gonna be scary, you're gonna die. And it's like, and then you give it all up and you go, wait, I didn't die. Actually, I'm now alive for the first time. And so it's this feeling of when you completely surrender, that's when you're truly alive. It's not when you die.
If you would, just do this for 3 seconds or finger paint all over the walls. And then hear verbatim something from Charlotte as a reminder for us all. And Jacob, what'd you get?
Get into your heart. Get into your heart.
Okay. Chika. What are you hearing from Charlotte? She's got a touch of ancient Egypt in her. She might have been Nefertiti bringing compassion to the Egyptians. That's between you and her. But if you want to start smelling ancient Egyptian incense from 4,500 years ago, go for it.
Immediately, the message I got is see it with clarity. Just see it clearly with your open heart, no egos. Just see it with your heart.
And if you only could choose one for a cup of coffee or tea for an hour, not that you're choosing favorites, you can change your answer next week. But pink or blue? Chika?
Pink, joy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah.
So if you could put your left hand out, Jacob, to the side, and Chika, your right hand out. Look, you're getting €50, $50, €50. It's more expensive. Okay. But out to the side like a helicopter landing pad, not up here, down here to the side. Because she's going to hold your hand. You can do it off camera. Let her come in with a full human hand and hold it like your sister or brother or friend walked into the room, or a stranger or an angel named Joy. Let her hold your hand and say, got it, out loud when you're feeling it. You might just feel high vibe first, sparkles, and then get a squeeze, but full human touch. Got it?
I got it. Yeah.
Got it.
You guys are crazy at home. Do not think that just because you're watching someone else do it, you can't do it. It's not the clarinet here. Or it's not like watching Pele play football or soccer. Yeah. You have those skills. It's called letting go. You do it for a light switch, falling asleep at night, turning on the hot water, putting on a pair of jeans. The ego does not judge those acts. And yet you do half of every day in a miraculous way. If you'd start giving yourself more conscious credits, you can pull a Joe Dispenza or a Jacob Nelson or Chika Yamada anytime. Be a healer by just being in the moment, in the heart. Okay. These two have a new topic for you. Hear them in unison. Pick out a topic. Jacob, what topic did you get?
It was about adventure.
Okay. And Chika, what did you get for a topic?
Work as a partnership.
All right. Who wants to go first? You can get a ping from above, or you can just unilaterally decide. Who's jumping at it?
I would love to go second, only because it completely relates to what you're saying. And now it's funny. It's like I always get something and then I get it afterwards. I was like, yeah, adventure. And I was like, he said that, like, oh yeah, I'm thinking this because it's right after about that concept. So I would love to kind of the adventure element of what happens when you're divinely connected with your partnership.
Chika.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
talk
Yeah.
about your partnership. Yeah.
My partnership. When you're in certain relationship, whether it's a friendship or romantic relationship, you have someone with you and you think they're your partner, but they're truly not. They can be your boyfriend or husband or father or sister, whatever relationship you're in. That's just a title if you're not divinely connected with them. And when you find someone who is your true partner, everything starts to work for you. So everything, synchronicity, signs and messages and things just miraculously work out. Yes, you do have to try a bit. Doesn't mean that you can just lay back and do nothing. You are required to do a certain amount of work, but things will work out. And also knowing that everything will work out, right? You don't have any doubts in your heart. You don't know how you're going to get there, but you know you'll get there because you have a divine partnership, that confidence, and just trust in your partner, divine partner, trust in the universe. It gives you so much strength, the strength that you've never known that you had. And it comes in subtle, gentle way. It's not something that you really have to work for. You just knowing that your partnership is there, your divine partner, your universe is working, everything is just working for you. Knowing that you can accomplish anything. You feel invincible when you're with the right partner. Yeah.
Jacob, adventure.
Yes. So it's perfect because what I get from that concept as well is that once you have a divine partnership or a partnership that is has a lot of depth to it, and you guys are really aligned spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything is being aligned. It's your left and right hand, right? Here we're living in duality, right? Creation is this duality, left and right, off and on, more or less, right? These different perspectives. And so, of course, I mean, yes, you can live a wonderful life by yourself. Of course you can. But is it also nice to have the cherry on top and find a partner that works well with you? Yes, that's a beautiful thing, because it's like finding your right hand. It's like, yes, you can live with one hand. Sure. Is it nice to have another one? Yeah. It is helpful. It does make things easier, and not that it's not more or less beautiful. They're both beautiful, but it is really a feeling of wholeness is what it is. It's not saying one's better. It's saying there are more perspectives that you are now encompassing, right? Each lens is beautiful. It's all a truth. But isn't it also nice to experience multiple truths at the same time? Yes, that's also nice. And that's what we're all trying to do is experience as many truths at the same time as possible to understand love. And so we see love in ourselves, and that's usually when we find love in others. And I was going through my healing transformation, and so was she, and we both opened at the same time and met. It was just complete divine timing when we met. And we're still going through a lot of these beautiful synchronicities, well, divine timing events. And with the adventure, I was seeing, you're kind of bushwhacking with your partner in the jungle, and somebody's cutting down, the branches, but there's also your partner who's all thinking, okay, but where are we going to go over here? Is there water over here? Listen, putting their ear to the ground, saying they're doing other things, right? It's like your right hand could be, doing this kind of focused work to try to do the physical work. Maybe that's the divine masculine, but the divine feminine is like, I'm listening to seeing what is in nature around us that we can utilize. And so it's that beautiful partnership, right? The yin yang, that duality, to where when you have the opposites, like in that yin yang swirling around, like you mentioned, right? Seeing those swirls, the vortex turn into, right? And it's turning into that torus, that toroidal sphere, right? And that's what it is. It's both of them working in unison together, right? And that's when creation is truly at its optimal performance. And that's when things are manifesting at extreme rates, when the vortex really kicks in. And I'm feeling that right now. I feel like I'm in the vortex.
I have an angel for you named Min. I had her up earlier. She's my guardian angel, but 80,000 other people's guardian angel. If people want to check out episode 110, August I think 30th of 2024. Dr. Karen Wyatt, retired physician. This is her guardian angel as well, and she got to meet her in Redondo Beach as a human for 30 minutes. So there's also one in mid-September, the one from Agape Spiritual International on the board with Michael Bernard Beckwith. She had met her in her 20s in New York City doing the corporate thing, but she had let go of her intuitiveness a little. This angel kept coming in every night to remind her to relax. She might be a little bit of Mother Hawaii in there. So both of you are living or have lived or will be living again soon in Hawaii. You're in Seattle right now. You can't tell me you couldn't be missing Hawaii at least a smidge. Ask for Hawaii to flood the room. I'm going to blow through my microphones up top today. Catch Hawaii in the air, catch a little sea spritz on your nose, catch hibiscus in the air. Here it comes. Let Min do her job. She's light waves of energy and water. She'll make perfect surf for you if you ever want to close your eyes and go surfing. You surf like a pro. You don't need to know how to swim. 5 minutes of our time is 10 minutes over there. But see the beach, see Hawaii, feel it in your hair. One more blow. Chika, are you getting Hawaii, getting flowers? I didn't do it, and we can blame Canada this time because the angels are doing their jobs. Okay, Jacob, what are you getting?
Yeah. I'm getting it's gonna sound weird, but the ocean is like a very clear gel. It's like a blue, like a transparent blue gel. And I always get the imagery first, and it's like there was this light shining through this gel, and it looked like it was waving, but the gel wasn't moving.
It's like a trans-dimensional experience is what I'm getting that you're describing.
Yeah.
I got something else. Ask her if you have permission to do this. You don't know what you're doing, so just get a yes, and then I'll suggest something and you'll look up and you'll get it done. But does she say yes? Why not? And just a lot of aloha, which is just love. So if you guys are obviously, I think you're touching that way, but if you want to hold hands, that's fine. Look up and see her the way I saw her that day. She'll do all the different light energy movements of water, fluidity, but I don't know how to describe it. It's the swirl one way, the way a hurricane, the way all the movement, but all at the same time as a ball of light. You can look, beyond the camera. Just say yes if you're tracking on what I suggested and you're already starting to connect and see it. Say yes out loud if you could.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Then let her do her thing. This is her kind of like true nature. Ta-da! Minwala is the full name. Min is Lakota Sioux word for water. Uwala is a Polynesian morning glory with sweet potato, below the vine with real morning glory flowers up top. But I'm not going to get this right for Hawaiian language. Ua and La. I think one's rain, one's sun, or one's sun, one's rain, but just think rainbow. Her name's Water Rainbow, Water Morning Glory. Just call her Min. Keep it short. And anybody at home wants to put a hand out to the photo, feel a little vibe. What will you allow for daily? Forget angels, spirituality, and anything we're talking about today. What are you allowing for more? Just breathe. Allow for you to come out because you're already a huge bouquet of flowers, but you've hidden them in the closet. So go open the closet door. That's just your heart. You're the treasure map. Or you've got a treasure map with a big X on it, but instead of being an external hunt like we do for 25 years, your X is your heart. You're the treasure. And then if each of you could talk about Min, let her come in, show you something, or the act of just seeing her full on, doing a full reveal like that, should be enough to propel you into a lot of good detail. Chika, you've been nailing it today, like Jacob. What are you getting?
I just got the strong message that answers within you. You got it all.
Hey, she says that, yeah, that's all over my social media. She said the answers are going to be found within, not external sources. I didn't get the wording just right, but I've had that up for 10 plus years on my LinkedIn, hidden in that profile, on my other Facebook stuff or whatever, in my book, or in their book. I just typed saw balls of light. But the point is, she loves that line. I just can't remember it right now. Jacob, what did you get?
Yeah, the concept of this feeling of truth, and it's like your truth is your truth, and that becomes our truth, and it's like these truths are recycling, and so be true to yourself, be your authentic self, and find your own truth, and you don't have to follow a certain path that some other else did for their own awakening. You have your own personal, infinitely unique journey of awakening, and that only happens when you're authentic to yourself and surrender to yourself if you want to experience your own truths.
I'm going to read a little passage from a book called Listening to Angels. It's been number 2 twice on Amazon. I wasn't moving quick enough to see if it ever was number 1, but being number 2 twice, I think, is fantastic. Written by angels. If anyone thinks I wrote this stuff, awesome, but no way. I just was typing. I'm going to try to just cut right in. So 5 little paragraphs, 35 seconds. Just picture angels talking and hear from Joy. Yeah, why not? I'm leaving out a bunch of paragraphs, and here was the prior gist of it. And more compassion by all, for all is needed. Mankind is ready for change from rat race mode. Skip 10 paragraphs. And a lot of talk about compassion. Likewise, there are not separate paths for mankind or separate worlds for individuals. One is one. Through awareness and owning the consequences of one's thoughts and actions, a person begins to see how all of life is truly interconnected and one. Faith in all can lead to a change in mankind. This is the path for all of man. This is also about man bringing peace and joy to all. This is about your personal growth in your life and finding the next stage in your soul's development, as well as the continued evolution of man. The greatest gift is allowing all is growth and change. This is frightening for some. There's nothing to do here. Slow down the doing. Instead, breathe, smile, and relax. Appreciate all. Compassion for all is life. This is also about acceptance for all. Regard others as yourself generously and without fixation. Believe in all. It's much simpler than people think. Again, this is because this is not about thinking, but less thinking. Open yourself up to life. Speak with us. Be. What's your reaction, Chika, to that?
Resonates at all. Just so true. It's easy, but we make it so complicated. We get into our head, and I was in my head for many, many, many years. But once you're letting it open, you're letting it in, open your heart. Like you said, just breathe and enjoy and smile. That is so important. It's so easy to do and forget to do that every day. Great reminder. Thank you. Yeah.
It's like sports. When something clicks and you finally get that little mechanism or the habit or the way you smash the tennis ball down, or just Hearts, the card game. You finally learned how to shoot the moon and you're wailing on your relatives and friends and you know how to shoot the moon. Okay, bad example, but Jacob, what did you get out of all that?
Yeah, I absolutely loved how it ended on, right, just be, because that was the crystallization of all the truths you just said behind it. Because when you just be, when you're in that feeling in your heart, that's when you are your true self. That's the authentic you. And I think it's fine. You can have thoughts. It's not like you can't have any thoughts, but you shouldn't be so attached to the thoughts that it's not pulling you out of your heart. So if you can be and simultaneously have and let the thoughts appear, those thoughts will be beautiful thoughts. Because you'll be in a very peaceful, loving state. So you don't have to think, oh, well, the thoughts are going to come in. It's like, well, if they are, they're going to be beautiful thoughts because you're in a loving state. So there's nothing to worry about. So go ahead and feel free to go into your heart because only good can happen from there. You can only be happy when you're being. There is no fear when you're just being. And so don't be afraid to open yourself up, open your heart, and to just be.
I'm going to put a couple more angels up in just a second. We'll get their quick takes, but I am going to read the beginning part of the passage now. What's up with mankind? Why angels now? Part of the appendix of this little 45-page book. Takes 15 minutes to read, but the appendix is actually the coolest part. Awareness for mankind is on the horizon. Call it a spiritual awakening if you wish. It's a chance for all to grow. Mankind is ready for more unconditional love and compassion for all. And more compassion by all for all is needed. Mankind is ready from change from rat race mode. Happiness is obtained in the absence of ego. Ego is afraid to be vulnerable, to let go, and to be in the unknown. Again, there's nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Move past seeing the negative. Compassion can be taught through one's actions. How? Slowing down would do a world of wonder for most people. Doing it consistently is where the problems and opportunities lie. So stay present. Start right now. Letting go means less thinking. Do not get lost in perceived tasks, roles, ego, and so on. Being in the moment is to do compassion for all. B, thank you, Jacob. For individuals, an egoless path would be great, but it's just not realistic. Allow ego to serve as a reminder when it pops up. A reminder for what? You decide. How about a reminder to breathe? How about a reminder to enjoy each moment as it comes? Believe that all moments can be the same. Whether it's a moment at work or a moment looking at nature, all moments are the same and peaceful. Only thinking something can interfere with this. That was the first part. Now, two new angels for you. Abe, the Abraham of old, biblical, sure. He'll tell you he was a jerk back then. But he doesn't like to teach fishing. He hands out fish. He loves to show up as a human. Think of him as Hagrid, but more likely to be Dumbledore or Gandalf if you see him, gray hair. Start catching tobacco, pipe smell. He's very masculine energy, a real rarity for me with so many angels. Um, he's on everyone's team. Here, a very direct couple of sentences to add to that passage. Chika, what are you getting from Abe, the Abraham of old, angel?
Just knowledge, something that's passed on in your DNA, something that you already know within, divine knowledge that lives within you. Remember that, reignite that within yourself.
Beautiful. Jacob.
So funny, because I always get the imagery before I get the meaning, right? So we were standing on this cliff together, you know, like just outside of the forest, and we were standing on this cliff, and it's a sheer cliff. Like, if you fall, you would surely die, absolutely die, the Grand Canyon depth. And I'm looking out, and just like in amazement of the beauty, and he just has this big sort of just gentle, strong energy, right? Like a big, strong, gentle, strong guy. And he just, loving, right? And he kind of pats me on the back and then pushes me off.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm getting the meaning of it. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would
Wile E.
you push me off
Coyote,
a
Bugs
cliff?
Bunny cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said, he goes, don't worry, you can't fall because you were born to fly.
Mm.
I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Got it. It's
Leap of faith.
you think you're gonna fall, but he says, no, you're born to fly. You just don't realize it. Go, like it's like, and like those birds. It's not until you jump, you go, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I can fly. Why did I think I couldn't? What was it that was stopping me? It was your thoughts. The
Mm.
ego was saying, judging something and thinking, oh, you're gonna die.
Mm.
This will happen. But if you just be, it'll kick in. And that's why he did it first, and then the meaning came second. He didn't want me to get in my head. You want me to just feel it. And then as I was in the sky, then he kind of says, you see, you were born to fly.
He gave a definition of compassion that was interesting because it complements this. I mean, there are a million definitions of compassion. You ask an angel once a minute for 10 years straight, you'll have like 50,000 answers and they'll all make sense. So here's Abe's answers to what compassion is. What is compassion all about? Not judging, taking action with no thought. And we'll add flying today. But if you're thinking about starting a business or just allowing for all of this to somehow resonate, or picking up tennis, or you play tennis, but you haven't had time for 2 years to ever breathe again and to go play, you really love it. It's going to feel like you're leaping off a cliff or holding onto a tree, Falls of Lana in Vermont. You hold on, all your friends jumped right away, but you take a half an hour of coaxing to let go of the tree and just jump into the falls. It's a leap of faith, religious or non-religious. It's the same letting go to go from here to here. Could be not this lifetime. There's people who get stuck for 40 years at a pop. But I would argue that if you can let go to flip a light switch, that's the degree of difficulty. And I'm not hearing anybody on the show as a guest worrying about the light switch they flipped 2 Tuesdays ago. They lost 5 nights of sleep. They agonized over the lights. Did they need to call an electrician? Did they come on fast enough when they hit the light switch? Think about it. If you did think about it enough, you could probably obsess for 10 hours and lose 2 weeks of sleep. But thank God the ego and intellect doesn't view that as important as all. So shift your priorities a little and allow for what these two were saying, Chika and Jacob. I got one more figure for you. Let's have them weigh in. I do not know who this is going to be. I do now. Isabel, she's intercom, like a pond that's glass, or once every 90 days, some ocean with no wind or waves. And you're like, whoa, I'm having a 5 a.m. moment. Okay, here's Isabel. She's intercom, an angel. You guys are going to feel her. So if you could, with your permission, could you put on seatbelts? It could be a car, roller coaster, or Formula One. She can feng shui you at home. So you're going to really feel her like a solar wind of love. And this is one of those photos that can change, move, light up more. So let the eyes sparkle more, and she can adjust. If someone at home is like, I'll never be a hands-on healer, but you know what? Today I'll make an exception. I'm willing to let my hands get lit up and forevermore start hands-on healing. She can adjust your parameters a little if you'll just get out of your own way. That's Isabel, Isabel. All right. Feel what you can feel. Don't judge. Breathe through the mouth. Extra shoulders up and down. If you don't mind using the photo for a split second, you'll get eyes opening up, smiling more. Get a hand on your shoulder and a squeeze from her. Chika, are you feeling her like a solar wind just came in the room?
I'm feeling her smiles and just love. And yeah, it's making me really happy for some reason.
What's her reminder to us all how it's beyond simplicity?
Oh, calmness, peacefulness, quiet your mind, slow down. You don't have to always run.
Nice. Jacob, you're up.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling of the connection between love and yeah, it was this sense of worthiness where you are worthy, you are enough. And you don't have to overthink it, the moment you're overthinking it, the moment you're starting to analyze why you're not worthy, but you are enough. And that's only when when you're feeling that in your heart and not in your mind, because the ego is what's going to make you feel like you're not worthy, but your heart will never betray you.
I have one more angel for you. Just let me figure out who it is. Give me 2 seconds. I think it'll be Claire. And I'll put her up. There she is. Okay, Claire. She's resilience and angel. She's also one of my dogs, guardian angels. Don't judge that. Dogs, cats have guardian angels. Get a little reminder from Claire for everybody. This is not rocket science. It seems like it. But Chico, what is Claire saying about anything right now?
Whatever you have gone through is made who you are. So know that you have the strength, know that you're strong, you can persevere. You're worth it, like Jacob said.
Damn. Okay, Jacob.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm getting similar concepts to it seems to be like with all these angels, they love to just do something to me and then tell me the answers later. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they know that's what works for me to probably get the message. And so I like that. They know how to work with me. But I was I was being tossed back and forth in this room, and all these walls are kind of like rubber. I was bouncing around, and I'm like, okay, this is different. Like, why am I being bounced around? And this feeling of, like bouncing back from something, is not something you have to do. It's like, you interacting with the world in the right way is everybody's bouncing off of each other. It's not like you have to go bounce, like I have to do it all myself. It's like, no, we're bouncing off of each other. And if you integrate yourself and you open yourself up to others as well, they're going to be bouncing off of you, and we're reflecting each other like these mirrors facing mirrors. And so bouncing back doesn't have to be done alone. Open yourself up and allow others to help you as well, even your angels and your guides.
Beautiful. Okay. See a little bit of energy off my finger, like it was a lighter, but instead of here, what color are you seeing in the flame? Is it yellow? Is it gold? Is it orange? There's no wrong answer. Just say anything, Chica. What are you seeing?
Pink gold.
Okay. And then Jacob, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I see gold, slightly, yeah, orange, green, gold.
Okay. Now ask your favorite angels to come in. It could be Claire, Joy, Min, Charlotte, all of them, Abe. Ask them to do extra that wasn't there a second ago. So just privately ask and say, yep, when you're ready. Got it? Okay, here you go. See if you can get extra, get sparks, get flares, get a swirl, get a little geometric shape, get a flower coming off of it. Joy can do butterflies or hearts streaming off of it like social media. What are you getting? Chika?
I'm seeing bigger, redder flames around it. It's like kind of swirling around more.
I didn't do it, Jacob.
Yeah, I got sacred geometry like this, like flowers of life and seeds of life. Or yeah,
Now, to
pulse.
save my lighter, so I'm not buying 2 lighters a week here, I'll just use my finger. And you can see light off my finger, but let me do something like throwing finger paint everywhere to just reset. Breathe. Everyone gets a dad joke, actually, too. What do you call a fish with no eye? FISH, drop the I. And then everyone knows that joke, so you're going to get jammed if you try to tell it tomorrow at the barbecue. So here's the follow-up to put the little kid, if he goes at you, you can put him down with parents. What the fish with no eye say when he hit a wall? Damn.
Right.
Okay, here it is. And see a little light off the top of my finger, and then allow angels to come in and do extra. So swirls, geometric, flares, maybe a little running deer. Who knows? Chika, what are you getting off the top of my finger?
Lots of sparks. Like your finger is dissolving almost. It's actually, I see a little foggy thing coming out of your finger. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Jacob.
Your finger is like a tree. It's like if that was like like you know the root of the tree, like a hand, your finger, there was like all around it. I saw almost like a Christmas tree, but it's like a nice, rich like redwood.
Nice. Okay, you guys are not off the hook. If you could just put your hand out like you're getting 50 € off screen's fine. Let joy come into your hand. You're physically going to feel some light or sparkle or high vibe or warmth. So feel it, but see pink light in your hand and say, got it when you see it in your hand. Let her come in. It's okay if it's simultaneous, both hands. You can do 2 hands if you want each. But either way, when you do see it, bring your hand in for a heart. You're not going to smush her. Instead, you're bringing joy into your quantum field. So you're seeing physical light in your open hand like you're getting $50, 50 euros more expensive. Okay. Yep. And now go ahead and if you can face each other with somehow you know how to match up your hands. Like you're about to do a high five, but don't do the high five. Start to see the light between your 2 fingers. So your right hand, Chika, his left hand, turn a little and put them facing each other. So like you could do patty cake, but not quite. There you go. See the light coming? Right now that's easy when it's this close. Feel the obviously heat energy. Any scientist coming in right now would be like, well, they feel the heat. Clearly, that's all it is. See the light and see sparks. And now breathe through the mouth, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters open, and watch the volume go up. And you go, oh my God, I got a unicorn running from her palm into my palm. It disappeared. Kidding. But the point is see and feel, but now go further back. Go like 5 inches apart. There you go. And now if you, Chika, could say, first, yes. Are you seeing colors and flows start to happen? Dimensional?
yeah. Slowly the dimension looks a little different. Yeah.
Cool beans. And then Jacob, what are you seeing?
I feel this. I can feel the energy. I mean, yeah. I mean, there may be something I'm seeing, but it's more like it's really intense. Like, yeah, like I can
Ask,
feel
ask
like it's
Joy to jump.
whirlwinding around.
Yeah, ask Joy to jump into your field and help you with full-on seeing and breathe extra to modulate it. We'll make up a verb. And there you go. And breathe through your mouth.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
There you go. So we're cheating.
yeah.
This is how you do it in pickleball or tennis. You need to hit a winner, have Joy come into your arm. She's helped me with 70% of a run. I went out way too late, hot, hilly, humid in Texas. She got me through the run. You can hear, yep, Yeppers, 70%. I was there that day. He shouldn't have finished the run. I got him through it. Okay, let her come in and do the rest. So see your flows and let a lot of pink light come in and see some light language or symbols start to come out. You can go a little further apart if you want. If you want to start to see your body's light also, we'll have it curve a little instead of straight. Never done this before. Have it come out so you're not like trying to get an angle and see between you so it doesn't look awkward. Feel comfortable about it. See your light, feel your light, be the light. Duh. Now, ask her to do something extra where you're like, whoa, like a little 4th of July fireworks parade, butterflies that you're like, wow. I can't believe she did pink butterflies, but one was rainbow that went by and winked at me. What are you getting? Chika.
I'm just enjoying the feel of the
I know,
energy right now.
I know, I can, we both can tell that,
Right?
yeah, they're
I can
removing
feel,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, I
I
can
can
feel
feel it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Let her
Cool.
do one little surprise and then have her just privately give you a last topic from her. And we'll start to wind up, but have her give you a little topic, but see something from her that you're like, whoa, that's unusual. That's cool. What'd you get, Jacob?
like this exchange of love that you can't see it. It's like I can't see it, right? I mean, like you can see effects and visualizations of it, but you can't you experience love. You don't necessarily see all of love. You see perspectives of love, but you feel love. And I'm feeling it, and we're exchanging it back and forth. That's why we're playing with this love, this
Yeah.
energy right
You
now. It's so
mean you mean Winnie the Pooh and Piglet? When Piglet asks Winnie the Pooh, "How do you spell love?" And he says, "You don't spell it, you
fun.
feel it."
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Chico, what are you getting?
Oh my gosh, I'm just enjoying this ball of love right now. Energy. It feels
Yeah,
bouncy,
it
right?
does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Feeling
I,
it.
I can feel you
Yeah.
moving it
Yeah.
when you do that. It's so funny. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put Sri Shirdi Sai Baba up from India. Come back when you're ready. And this will be one of the final figures for this one. We'll have you guys back on this summer. Plus, you're each doing your own recordings, blah, 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 blah. Here's Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, the one from 100 plus years ago from India. Let him move in the photo, a wink, a smile, catch Indian temple incense just behind you in the air around you in the room. Hear beautiful words of wisdom. He's Mr. Miracles, tight in 3 religions with all sorts of angels. And again, if you want to get a hand on your shoulder and get a squeeze, you can get like 7 interactions all at the same time. Even have Joy come in dressed in Indian Bollywood cultural proper sacred garments and have Joy wink at you and touch your heart for a little Shakti pot or your forehead or just get a kiss on the cheek. You've already done a lot today. Anybody at home say, whoa, Nelly. But what's better than that is just go ahead and put a comment in, do an emoji. That way you're not outed in any way. You didn't participate, but you did put an emoji in, which allows others to see this video. If you want to go crazy, share, like, subscribe, even hit that bell notification. And you'll notice if you go through the comments on both the shorts and the regular shows and the mind, body, spirit panels, that people are getting pretty bold. They're saying, I smelled sage. I caught the flowers. I actually saw light. We have balls of light flying through the show. You can see full on if you want to look out towards a tree or a bush right now. Can you guys see outside by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pick a tree. Let Joy show up first. 28 years old, blonde, jean jacket, upscale dress underneath, just sitting there waving hi. No wings, then let her pop her wings out. Chika, did you get it? Yep.
Yeah.
Let her say something, have a quick chat, be like, hey, what am I doing 2 weekends from now? What's my thesis going to be about? What modality do I not know I'm doing 5 years from now? I'm doing aromatherapy. I had no idea. It could be hands-on healing, Tai Chi. I don't know. I don't even know what Tai Chi is. But the point is, Jacob, you getting her as well, full on.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, I was just talking. I was just talking to her. Yeah.
have another figure come in next to her. Somebody that's just special for you. You won't share this one out loud. Could be a pet. It could be Buddha. It could be Kuan Yin, Thich Nhat Hanh. And if you guys could get us a last reminder, like a mantra, but better than that, like a t-shirt. I went to Thailand, I went to heaven and hung out with angels, and all I got was this t-shirt. But some better than that mantra that would be a t-shirt like mantra, a reminder for us all to let go and take everything a little less seriously. And remember, it's the age-old burden of self-importance that we're all walking around with. Whatever we're doing is super important. And the other person out there, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Chika, what did you get for a reminder for us all to keep it light and keep it real?
I am powerful.
Nice. Jacob.
Maybe maybe some kind of odd or silly, but this is what was came to me, you know? It said, even if you think Earth is a trap, eat the cheese.
Oh my God. I say keep it light, keep it real light, keep it tuned in on this show. And I want to thank Chika Yamada, who is already teed up for, I think, 1 or 2 tapings in the future. We're going to get those done. You're going to see her again. And then Jacob Nelson, who's already been on at least once or twice. I think you've taped twice. One is out and the other one's coming out, I think, in June. And we were going to tape again sometime around now for the future. So you're going to be back plenty. But now we got a new offshoot, which is the duo here. Do you have a last reminder how everyone has a big heart? You just have to trust, like Yoda says, and I'll buy you time. Here's Dull Knife. Wisdom with a little bit of humor. Native American chief, Dull Knife. Catch one of those sacred scents in the air. I'm going to do Yoda's voice and buy you a little time. Have him remind everyone that they're already that inner, fearless, peaceful warrior, but do it in the Chika Yamada way and the Jacob Nelson way. And here's Yoda's voice to buy time. I better hide. Hold on. Do not. There is no try. Okay. Chika, what's Dull Knife and what are you hearing and sharing? And what's the reminder how easy this is?
I saw this heart being pierced with like something that he's holding, but it's not a broken heart. It's just to claim your heart. Oh, your heart is there. It's just with you. Just know it's there. Strong heart. We all have strong heart. You just have to give it power, give it strength. Yeah, very grounding. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Jacob,
Yeah.
what are you getting from him directly?
Well, direct. So the way they all know how to talk to me. So we were all around this bonfire, the campfire, and we were holding hands, and he. So we in the beginning we weren't holding hands, and some of us felt cold and some didn't. It was like as I felt cold, and then there were times where I feel the heat, and then he had us hold hands, and the energy exchange of the heat, and that helped us like have felt warmer more often. But then there's like this message of you can choose to feel cold or hot in front of the bonfire. The bonfire does not determine if it's hot or not. You determine if it's hot or not regardless of the bonfire, even though that's an eternal like symbol of love in the center of all of us, you can determine if you want to experience that or not. You can feel the heat or you cannot, even though you can be completely connected and still say, no, I'm just going to feel what I want to feel. But so you can decide if you want to feel the heat, the love of that fire, and how much.
Chika, Jacob, great having you on the APL Spotlight series. Thank you for being guests.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.